Well, guys, we got 3 more historical artifacts from Leif out of Sweden, although I don't think any of these were actually made in Sweden. Maybe this one. I knew that there was an Acme company because I've watched, Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner, but I didn't know, I've never seen locks on that cartoon, but obviously there is an Acme company that does make what appears to be a Warted Lock. I don't have the key for this one. These 2 guys, Leif thinks that these are either gate locks or perhaps very, very old bicycle locks. This one is a little damaged, I think. We're missing a couple rivets. Normally, you could put the chain on it, wrap it around the post, stick the chain back on here, and then push this closed. It doesn't work, though. I don't know. I think he's just too old. The parts just gave up. I've tried manipulating the key to manually lock it, and it doesn't work. I can feel the actuator still in there, but he just doesn't lock no matter which way you turn this key. But that's how they work. This one has 3 little locks. Leif thinks this is the Trelock company out of Germany, still in business today. This one is kind of not used so much, I think. This one is well used. Check this out. This chain on this little, it's not the same company, by the way, although this one is marked Germany, but doesn't have that Trelock on here. Same type of design, 4 rivets, the same stop sign shape, kind of. But check out this chain. This thing, every exposed or protruding part on this, all the sharp edges are kind of rubbed smooth, like it's been carried around in somebody's pocket. Even the top of that face around the keyway there. Very cool. And this chain is not chrome. It actually is the same chain, that same inexpensive, low-quality metal chain that's on this one, except this has been riding around in somebody's pocket forever. All the exposed edges are perfectly smooth like a mirror, and down inside of there, where it isn't rubbing around, you can see it's rusted. So this thing, let's say it's 100 years old. I mean, who would imagine when he was rolling down the production line, I bet he never imagined he was going to represent his entire production run on Lock Lab or anywhere else for that matter, but he's still around after all these years. Warted lock, this one does work perfectly still. So it pops open, you slide the chain back on, and you shove it back, and it self-locks. All Warted locks. If you look down in there, I think you can see the reflection on some of those wards, or if you get a glance at the key, that's fairly typical of what they look like. These from a bygone era, back in the day when security wasn't such a big deal. When somebody saw a lock, they realized that wasn't their property. They didn't mess with it. Can you imagine that in New York City today? Yeah, no way. Anyway, it's not very secure because you can buy any blank key, grind off everything except just the tip of it. So that would be the only tip, and everything else would be ground off to that. And that way, when you put the key inside of the keyway, the shaft would be narrow enough to where it didn't interfere with the warding. Only the tip would reach to the very back, and it would open up the locks. And these became obsolete. I think there's only one company still making warded locks, and that is our favorite training lock company. I'm trying to dig through my toolbox here and find out the reason that these are obsolete. They came out with these guys. These are the bypass tools for basically all warded locks. Some of them are double actuator like that one or this one. Some of them are single actuator like those 2, and some of them are just shaped like a single-sided key like that guy. Now, I've seen the key, so I know he's single-sided, but it doesn't matter. What I normally do is take the largest pick that will fit into the keyway. And in this case, it happens to be this guy, which is the right one because we have seen the key. All I do is I slide it right down there, all the way to the back, and then you just got to feel around a little bit. And then you're going to find something that's spring-loaded. Just, let me hold it like so. Just find the spring-loaded part, give it a little nudge, and it will pop these bad boys open. This one's not going to work, but let's find out if the Acme will. First, let's try by luck if maybe this key will fit. I'm just jiggling around hoping that I can bypass the warding. That's not going to work. So let's take this guy, slide him in, and do the same trick. Just feel around for something spring-loaded, and there we go. So it popped open. I got to say, these are usually double-sided. Let's try that guy. Try the biggest double-sided one, see if he'll work. And he does. I think all these guys will work, probably. This is popping open. Let's take the smallest, least likely one to open. Just jiggle, yeah. Let's try Let's try a tension wrench. This is my Sp17 Master Key. Well, let's first see if it'll fit. No. Oh, yeah, he does. Okay. Again, come out of there. Slide him in. Maybe not slide, kind of force him in. Give it a little turn. And it does. It does work. I was a little worried that way. It looked like he was going to snag up a little bit, but I guess it doesn't matter. He goes in either way. And this Master Key works on all Acme locks. No, I have no idea. First one of these I've ever seen. Anyway, guys, there you go. A little bit of history. I know these weren't very complex locks, but they are kind of interesting, especially this guy. I wish, in particular, I wish this one could talk. I mean, who carried that around for hundreds of hours to wear that down to a mirror shine on that chain? Never once broken into, no cuts on this, no damage whatsoever. There can't be too many of these bad boys still around. Anyway, guys, appreciate your time. Stay safe, stay legal. Leif, thank you for this 3 pieces of history. Thanks, guys.